far, we have studied about excretion in human beings as well as in other animals. But now in this video, let us see excretion in plants. So most of you might think that human beings or some reptiles, apes, they have kidneys, so excretion takes place. Then you might think that how in a plant excretion will occur. Here no kidneys are there, no nephridia is there, nothing. So how excretion will occur? But excretion do occur in plants also. So how excretion occur in plants, let us see. Okay guys, right. Excretion in case of plants. In case of plants, guttation will occur, transpiration will occur. Okay, now let us understand what is guttation, what is transpiration. So, the term what I told you is guttation. In the previous videos, I told you what is guttation is. Guttation are nothing but in the leaf margin, there are small tiny holes through which extra water will come out. That process of extra water which is coming out from these holes, small holes which is present on leaves, those are called hydathodes. The holes which are present on leaf margin, they are called hydathodes. So from that hydathodes, that pores, extra water comes out. That is called as guttation. Right? The next, transpiration. What is transpiration? In leaves, stomata is present. Through this stomata, extra water will come out. So that water which is coming out through stomata is called as transpiration. So what I mean to say here is, see how in human beings and living things urination will occur, extra water with nitrogenous waste will come out, right, through urine. In the same way, in case of plants also, by process called guttation and transpiration, extra water comes out. Here through hydathodes, here through stomata. Right? Now extra water is excreted in case of plants. Then next is oxygen. Oxygen is excreted out by stomata. Stomata will excrete oxygen. Oxygen is also a type of waste product in case of plants. How oxygen is produced in case of plants? Let us see. In the first chapter, nutrition, you have learned that carbon dioxide plus water, they combine with the help of sunlight. They give glucose, C6H12O6. This is the formula for glucose. And water, extra water comes out and oxygen is released. So oxygen is produced in plants during photosynthesis, that you have studied in first chapter, nutrition, right? So here oxygen is produced during photosynthesis. This oxygen comes out as a waste product. Understood? So this oxygen comes out through stomata. Got it? So oxygen is a waste product here and water is the waste, extra water. Got it? Then next thing is, plants will produce some chemicals and some waste are generated. That waste materials are stored in leaves, in bark and in fruits. See, in human beings and animals, what happened? Daily waste material will comes out. Okay, but in case of plants, waste material is produced, but daily it will not come out. Okay, slowly, because waste which is produced in plants is very less compared with the living other living things like human beings and animals. So because waste, nitrogenous waste is more in human beings and other animals, so daily excretion occurs and compulsory is required in us. But what about in plants? In plants, very less nitrogenous waste is generated, produced. That's why they store in leaves, they store in bark, they store in fruit. A solid waste which is present in fruits. So, solid waste present in fruits is called as rhaphides. Understood? So this is very important word. I told you now only. Plants store their waste materials in fruits, leaves and bark of a plant. So the waste which is stored, a solid waste which is stored in fruits is called as rhaphides. So this is very important, 1 mark answer. So when fruit matures and fall off, automatically waste is excreted out. In the same way, when leaf is fully loaded with the waste, this turns into yellow color and the leaf will fall off. When leaf will fall off, then automatically waste is excreted out from the plant. In the same way, bark also. You might have seen in plants, in trees, the bark shedding, the bark is falling down, right? So, if the bark is fully loaded with the waste and nitrogenous waste, then automatically it falls down. So whenever the bark or leaf or fruit falls down, separated from the plant, then waste is excreted. Understood? But excretion process in case of plant is very slow. Understood? Next. Then, see, you might have seen if a snake is going there and if you are disturbing the snake, what snake will do? Snake will raise its head and it will give a hiss sound. Why it gives hiss sound, do you know? Because it defenses, it want to threaten the people so that people may run away by seeing that. So, it's a type of defense mechanism. Understood? Got it? And you might have seen the dog barking at us. It's also a type of defense mechanism. To protect itself, animals will show some type of behavior to protect itself. In the same way, plants also shows defense mechanism by releasing some poisonous and unpleasant taste of chemicals. Okay, I have seen in weeds. What are weeds? An unwanted plant in fields or in weeds or in wild plants in forest areas. No animal will come and eat this. Why? Because the taste is unpleasant and some poisonous chemicals are present. That poisonous chemicals are produced by the plants to defend itself, to protect itself, so that no animal will come and eat it. Understood? So to protect itself, it's a type of defense mechanism which shown by the plant. So these chemicals are produced by the plant and they're stored in all parts, either fruit or a leaf or a flower, part of a plant. And whenever animal will come and eat that, sometimes animal may die also because of poisonous chemicals which are present, stored in the parts of a plant. Okay, so the taste also, it's unpleasant. Okay, smell is also not good, even taste also unpleasant, and we cannot taste, we cannot find to eat that. And moreover, what we can find is, if you eat some type of wild plants or weeds, we may die due to deposition of poisonous chemicals in parts of a plant. Understand?